sister of Mike Mahoney. They must have been a lot of these things before. No, never have. They don't even have a boat. And I said, oh, okay. But it's just great to have gotten to know her and to be a part of their lives in a small way. I think she found out about me some 20 years ago in one of the patients that I took care of, who was a good close friend of her, Joy Wiley. Joy, I have lots of fond recollections of Joy. She was a wonderful woman. She was a nurse practitioner in the GYN field and took care of many patients and referred tons of people to me over the years. But she passed away with this disease a few years back. But she was a wonderful person and really fought the fight well and also did a lot to help a lot of people. So and I know Barbara feels exactly the same way. She's dedicated her life to basically the whole concept of prevention and getting people out and getting their mammograms. I think from my perspective, that's the one nice thing. I hate to sound a little chauvinistic about this, but that's how I built my practice and how I really believe this disease. It's like I say, it's one person at a time. It's basically telephone, telegraph, and tell a woman. And if you tell a woman, it's going to be all over the place. Everywhere I go, it's like you find the woman in charge. There she is right there. And you'll get the job done. Barb is here with her husband, Bob, who I've gotten to know, and they have their sons, Robbie, Drew, and Zachary, and they're going to be enjoying their 25th wedding anniversary in 2009 in May, and I'm really happy to be able to announce that she's going to be here. She's on behalf of this entire Fishing for the Cure team, we're grateful that Barbara will be sharing her personal testimony in Fishing for the Cure award ceremony. So Barbara, please come.
I want to thank you all for being here today, and thank you for sponsoring this event. Thank you for all the fishermen that are out here today. It means a lot to me to see a program like this, especially since I'm a new breast cancer patient. I was just diagnosed last February. I know most of you, or a lot of you may know my brother and my father, and my brother gave this trip to me, and I'm not a fisherman, so he said, ask a couple friends to go out and have a good time, and enjoy the day, just you and a couple girlfriends, and go fishing. So he did it in honor of me, and I was really appreciative of that. So a couple of my friends are here and came out to go fishing. Well, never did I expect that I would be standing in front of all of you. So, we put you on the spot, didn't we? Yes, I did. Besides not liking to speak in front of crowds, I really kind of didn't feel worthy either. There are so many other women that have had it so much worse than I have, and some that I know, some that you may know, some that have passed away, some that have gone through more treatments than I have. But I knew that there was a reason that God wanted me to be up here. So I must be up here to give a message to at least one person. Somebody hopefully will hear this message and go out and get their mammogram, maybe that they wouldn't have done otherwise. I'm here as a voice for those women too exhausted from their treatments to be able to speak to you, those that have already passed away. I'm here also as an example of early detection. And if I can help one person to have their cancer diagnosed early, then it's worth the pain and anxiety and palpitations and weak knees from being up here. I was diagnosed last February with breast cancer. It came out of nowhere, it blindsided me and knocked me flat. It penetrated me to my core. I'm 46 years old for one more day. 47 more. I have healthy parents, healthy siblings. I have no risk factors. I get my mammograms regularly every year, and I have my annual exam every year. So there was no way I could get cancer. And it's actually kind of funny too that I thought that because I was getting the mammogram that was preventing the cancer. And it actually helped me diagnose me earlier, but I never ever thought that I would be a cancer patient. I was told by the radiologist after my mammogram, she called me into the office and said, I just want you to see what I'm looking at. It's very, very small. It's probably fibrocystic disease, but I can't tell you 100% that it's not something. So I'd like for you to get it biopsy. But again, I really don't want you to worry about it. I don't think it's anything, but I'd like for you to go ahead and get a biopsy. At that time, I probably could have named 8 or 9 people, friends, including my mom, that had biopsies that were negative. So I really didn't think I was going in to find something that was positive. I wasn't worried. I did tell the nurse to call me back because I didn't want to wait a week to find out the results. So I was expecting that she would call me back, but I went on with my life, went on to work, and didn't think a whole lot about it. So the phone call came at work in the faculty office at the University of Tampa right before class. I was totally shocked. The other faculty took over for me and sent me home, and I think because no one knew what to do or say, and neither did I. I called my supervisor at the hospital because I needed to add disability quick. I saw this as almost probably as a death sentence. She started all the paperwork to get me enrolled in my disability because I knew I'd have a year for pre-existing conditions. And she had already called around and found out the number that I needed to call to make an appointment with Dr. Cox. It's a blessing to have him here, and he's very reassuring and comforting. He's a very humble